Welcome to the Mindset Chick podcast. If you are looking to stop settling and want to gain the clarity and confidence to manifest the life and biz of your dreams, then this show is for you. I'm your host, Kristi Dear, sharing with you simple yet powerful and effective mindset tips that will allow you to attract more abundance, prosperity, and success into your life. So get ready, get excited, and let's go manifest some amazing things together. Hey, and welcome back to the Mindset Chick podcast. I am so happy to have you here. And today we're going to talk about what do you do when you just don't feel like being positive? When you're just having one of those days, when you're feeling blah, when you feel like maybe the fear or the thoughts of this isn't going to work. What am I doing wrong? Why are other people where they are? Why am I where I am? All those kind of thoughts. When you feel like those thoughts, those voices in your head are beating the drum louder than the positive thoughts, like what do you do? How do you shift it? And I want to talk about what happened to me recently and how this happened to me, actually. So many things were going great. Manifestations were happening. And then I just got in a funk. And I'm going to share with you some tips on how it actually helped me and how I recognized it as a positive and what I did to start shifting out. But before we do, let's start with our Mindset Chick mantra that we say at the beginning of the podcast. And if you know this mantra, you can follow along. And if you're at a place where you can close your eyes and feel into it, you can do that too. I am receiving. I am receiving now. I am receiving all of the wealth, health, blessings, and prosperity that the universe has for me now. And so it is. So the last podcast that came out with Lizzie, Shut Up Your Inner Mean Girl, was just such at the perfect time for me because right when that podcast released, I listened to it. I re-listened to, our conversation and everything. And it was such a good time for me because at that time, I was actually having a mean girl. I was actually having a mean girl voice. And there were so many wonderful things that happened that led up to that. And then all of a sudden I caught myself doing what we talked about on the podcast, like hearing those voices. And I'll tell you why. I'll tell you what led up to it. So this summer has been amazing. It's been really, really great. And if you follow me on social media, on Facebook, Instagram, you probably know that I love to travel. I love to go to the beach and that I was traveling a lot over the summer. Well, I enjoy eating healthy. I enjoy working out. I enjoy taking care of my body, all the things. But over the summer, I was just like, whatever. I mean, I worked out, but I was like, it doesn't really matter. Like, I am just going to go on vacation. I'm just going to have fun. And I had a great time. And there's nothing wrong with that. I ate some amazing foods. I lounged around. I just enjoyed myself. I enjoyed all of the manifestations. And one of the cool manifestations that happened, is that I went on a trip to Hawaii with my friend in July. And what's really interesting about that is I had on my vision board for years now that I wanted to go to Hawaii. And we were talking a few weeks before she was about to leave. And she's like, I'm going to Hawaii, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, oh my gosh, that sounds so fun. I would love to go to Hawaii. It's been on my vision board. I've been dreaming about it. And she's like, well, come with me. And I'm like, come with you? I can't come with you. I mean, I can't go to Hawaii. And she goes, why not? And it was at that moment that I realized I was trying to talk myself out of this beautiful manifestation that was trying to present itself to me, trying to, allow itself in. Like, hey, trip to Hawaii. And my friend's like, I already have the hotel. Just need to get your airfare. Come with me. We'll have so much fun together. On top of that, she's actually my direct mentor upline in the beauty business that I'm in. And she was going to go see some of our team members. So I have some team members on our team that are in Hawaii, and she was going to go see them and, hang out and do some beauty business stuff. And I'm like, oh my gosh, that sounds so fun. And she's like, well, just come with me. The hotel's already paid for. Just come with me. Just get your flight. I realized I was trying to talk myself out of it. And I talked to my hubby and I'm like, how can I just go to Hawaii in 3 weeks? And he's like, for like 8 days. And he's like, why can't you go? Why do you think you can't go? So he's such a great support for me because sometimes, you don't realize until somebody calls you out, like why are you trying to make excuses? Like, why are you trying to argue for your limitations? Right. And so I was like, oh my gosh, yeah, why not? So I got my plane ticket, and it was definitely a little bit more than I wanted to spend. But I was like, you know what? Money flows easily to me and through me. I am abundant. And what was really interesting is the amount of the plane ticket had sequel numbers of 4s in it. And so 4s, whenever I say the number 4s and 1s, I think of angel numbers. And I just feel like I see those numbers all the time. So I'm like, every time I see them, I'm like, my angels are guiding me. I'm on the right path. This is where I'm meant to be. So I saw 1s and 4s and the price of this plane ticket. And so I was like, you know what? I'm just going to do it. I'm going to do it. I'm abundant. Money flows to me, easily. And so I grabbed the plane ticket, and then I was like, you know what? I'm just going to have fun with this. I'm going to have fun. I've been wanting to go to Hawaii for a while. It's been on my vision board. This presented itself to me to go to Hawaii, right? I'm able to go. I'm able to just buy the plane ticket. I'm just going to have fun with it. What if they upgraded me to first class? Like, what if I just got first class? Like the first class where you have like the bed and like the meals and the sundaes and stuff and the slippers and all those things. Well, I don't think they did slippers. They did socks. But anyways, I'm like, what if? So I was just dreaming about it and visualizing it. Guess what? I got an email notification 2 days before. Boop, we bumped you up to first. I think it said business class. So I wasn't really sure what to expect. I was like, maybe it's not the beds. Maybe it's just the chairs. Anyways, I got on the flight. It was the very front of the plane. I mean, it was like the seat that reclines into the bed with the blanket and the pillows and the socks and the eye mask. And they asked me if I wanted a sundae for dessert. Like, they wanted to make me a sundae. It was amazing. It was so amazing. And then on the way back, it was an overnight flight. And I thought, you know what? That would be so nice if they upgraded me again to first class, because it's an overnight flight. How cool would that be? And I was talking with my friend, and she's like, yeah, that would be cool. But, it's maybe not likely to get it twice. That would be really, really, interesting if you got it twice like that. And I was just visualizing. And I was thinking about how much fun it would be to just like fly back and, be sleeping in this like chair, like bed, and, being served wine and watching movie and having my warm nuts and my meal and all the things. Like, come on, if you're going to go to Hawaii, why not travel like this, right? Well, 2 days before our flight took off, guess what? Got an email, boop, bumped to first. Not only was I bumped to first, but I was actually bumped up to a seat that I was visualizing. I was visualizing one of the seats by myself, window seat. I didn't have a window seat before. I was more in the middle. So I got to look at the beautiful moon, because it was a night flight. We left at night, landed early in the morning. And I was just sitting there with my glass of wine, looking at the moon, taking in just all the beauty, all the appreciation, all the things. So anyways, that was fun. I traveled a lot. I went to my friend's river house. I went to Key West. I went to Hawaii. I went to my friend's lake house a couple times, all the things, having so much fun. Well, the vacation stopped, and I came home, tried on my jean shorts. Oops, they didn't fit. They were tight. I mean, real tight. And the first thought that came in my mind was, how could you have let yourself get like this? Like, look at your stomach. Look at your thighs. So I got on my scale. I had gained weight. And the first thought was to kind of start beating up on myself. Look how good you did. You were working out. You were eating good. You lost weight. You were feeling so great in your clothes. And now you've gained it all back. Really? I started to compare myself to others. Well, why do some of my other friends or some of the other people that I know get to go out and eat whatever they want and still look the same? Like, why did I gain all this weight? I don't understand. Now maybe you'll never be able to lose the weight again, or you're always going to be yo-yoing, or, how could you have done this? All these things were going on in my head. And I listened to the podcast and I was like, oh my gosh, I am in it. I am in the mean girl phase. I am mean girling myself. I mean, I know that those thoughts aren't serving me. I know that. And I talk about it, but I got caught up in it. I got kind of down on myself. I just started feeling gross and sluggish. And then I was back to, my expandable pants. That's what I like to call it, and I was like, I don't want to wear my jean shorts. I don't want to wear my jeans. I'm back to my expandable pants. And I listened to that podcast and I thought, no, I'm going to use this for good. I'm not going to use this to beat up on myself. I'm going to use this as an opportunity to flip the script and just say, you know what? I had a great time. I had a wonderful time. I flew first class both ways to Hawaii. I think you're supposed to say Hawaii. I went to Key West, and that was a whole manifestation in itself too. That was a story. My friend invited us to go like 2 weeks before she left, and we were able to go and find tickets and hotel and all those things. And it was so much fun. But all these things that I had so much fun and I was celebrating and I was enjoying and I made all these memories. And I flipped the script like, no, you had a blast. You had a wonderful time. You know what? But today is a new day. You're not going to beat up on yourself. The past is the past. All you have is really the present, right? So today's a new day. And if you want to get healthier, if you want to feel better, then let's just start over. Life is about a balance. So I just went back to changing the food that I was eating during the week, went back to my healthier eating plan that I was on before when I had gotten leaner and everything. Yeah. And then I just decided to have the mantra, like, you are doing enough. You are enough. You are beautiful. You are fit. You are healthy. And I looked in the mirror and I just looked at myself. Have you ever done that? It's not really easy to do all the time, but I looked at myself with no judgment. I looked at myself, I looked in my eyes, and I just said the mantra, I love you. I appreciate you. I love you. I appreciate you. I love you. I appreciate you. It wasn't as easy as I thought, but I needed to say that to myself. I needed to love myself every inch of my body and just know that I am really not my body. It's just a transport. That's not really who I am. It's just a transport, to give love to my body, not beat up on myself. What is that going to do, right? What's the mean girl going to do? Oh, look at you. You can't button your pants. Your tummy's hanging over. Look at your legs. I mean, what good is that? Nothing, right? So shut up, the inner mean girl. I was like, thanks for coming up to maybe try to get me to go on my healthier journey again, but you're not serving me. That's not helping. Shut up. I'm going to let you go. And I've been feeling great. I've been feeling so much better. And what really helps me and really helped me as a trainer, a fitness instructor, and somebody that helped people on the, healthier journey was just like having a goal, just like anything else. I have a goal that I want to be a certain way by our big beauty biz conference. And I want to feel a certain way. And I want to look a certain way in my clothes and feel a certain way. And I have this goal and I know how to get there. And I know the daily things to do. I know it's about mindset. I know it's about daily habits and I know what to do. But I'm not going to get there if I'm beating up on myself. I'm not going to get there if I'm feeling like I failed. I'm not going to get there if I'm calling myself fat or ugly or, how could you do this? Or I'm comparing myself to other people, right? I have to love myself for where I am. I have to love the experiences. I have to just appreciate where I am. Hey, I enjoyed some really good food and drink. I'm just saying, it was good. And all that pizza in Hawaii was worth it. And one of my friends said, what did you eat in Hawaii? And I said, we went almost every day to Lahaina Pizza Company and got Hawaiian pizza and beer. And let me just tell you, it was worth every bite. It was so good. So I enjoyed it. And just realizing that, it's okay to have those days where maybe you don't feel that positive and you don't feel that great, but just know you don't have to stay there. And, when Lizzie talked about shutting up your inner mean girl, it's really a choice. Like you can subscribe to those stories, you can listen to the voices, or you can say, you know what? No, thank you. I'm not going to beat the drum to that song. I'm not going to believe I'm a failure. I'm not going to believe that I'm not good enough. I'm not going to believe that I'm ugly or fat or I'm less than anybody else. I'm going to lift myself up and just say I am where I am, and that's okay. I'm going to give myself permission not to be perfect. Nobody's perfect, right? I give myself permission not to be perfect. Love myself where I am. Tell myself today's a new day. If you want to get from A to B, you just got to take the first step, and that's thinking different, and it's creating different habits, different daily habits. That's going to get you from A to B. It's going to work. It's like anything we want to manifest, right? It's about allowing it in. It's about saying, okay, wherever I am right now, from my previous thoughts, actions, daily habits. So if I want something different, I have to just start changing the way I think, my daily habits, right? So let's continue. Shut up that inner mean girl. If you feel like she's coming up or he's coming up, feel like it's coming up, just remember that you are amazing. You are wonderful. You are beautiful. You are special. You were put on this earth for a reason. The world needs your light. And don't let anybody, even that inner mean girl or guy, rob that from you. From shining your light bright, from being your most beautiful self. Just keep showing up, even if it's not perfect. One little step every day. And if you haven't already connected with me on my website, you could just go to mindsetchick.com. You can grab my gift to you. It's my Magic 5 morning mindset. I love to do this if I'm feeling off, if I'm feeling in a funk, manifesting my goals. It's really, really going to shift your state, and it's going to support you to manifest more things in your life that you do want and weed out those things that you don't. So you can grab that from my website. You can also check out some more freebies that I have and some courses on my website. And remember, friend, to dream big, follow your heart, and never give up on you, because you're worth it. Thank you for joining me today on the Mindset Chick podcast. I hope this show has you waking up every morning excited about the new manifestations you have created in your life. And if you would honor me with a 5-star review over in iTunes, I will happily enter your name in my Mindset Chick swag giveaway. Make sure you add your name to the review, and I will reach out to you if you're the winner. I really appreciate you spending your time with me. Be sure to visit me at mindsetchick.com for past episodes and more gifts that will help you to manifest your dreams into reality.